As many of you already know, Pope Francis has been making waves ever since his election back in March. He's called the global financial system a cult of money that tyrannizes the poor. He's spent Maundy Thursday washing the feet of underprivileged youth in Rome, which is a departure from traditional papal activity on that day. And he's performed an unofficial exorcism. He has been making waves. And he's sort of continued that streak this past Wednesday in his homily when he said that atheists, when they do good, are just as redeemed as Christians. Now, his homily is based around Mark chapter 9, where the disciples are complaining that people other than the disciples are doing signs and miracles. And Jesus essentially says to them, let them do it. If they're with us, then they're not against us, so just let them do it. Il Papa, in his homily, makes the claim that because creation is redeemed by the blood of Christ, that atheists who do good are just as redeemed as Christians who do the same thing. I wanted to share with you a quick quote from the article I found on the Huffington Post, a link to which I will post in the comments section below. But he says this, Father, atheists, even the atheists, everyone, we must meet one another doing good. But I don't believe, Father, I'm an atheist. But do good, and we'll meet one another there. Now, I've been in Facebook arguments with Catholics that claim that I was a false teacher and bringing shame upon the church because I wear a clerical collar and impersonating a priest is what I'm doing. I'm wondering what those same people are thinking about what Pope Francis has been saying ever since his papal tenure has begun. Now, the Pope's words are definitely going to honk off many of his own people, and many Protestants, many of whom I go to school with at United Theological Seminary. I don't have the best relationship or view of atheists either. Just this week, I believe back on Monday, I wrote a blog post about Ricky Gervais and the broad brush with which he paints all Christians as hateful. Oh, there are certainly Christians that are hateful, but not even close to what exists in the mind of Mr. Gervais. Now, the Pope is saying that good works done by atheists are just as redeeming as good works done by Christians. I don't agree with all of the content of that idea, but I certainly agree with the thrust of an idea like that. Christians, I'm sorry to break it to you, don't have the monopoly on doing good. Christians aren't the only ones who carry within them the spark of the divine. Christians shouldn't let their personal biases prevent them from seeing the divine in others. It exists. All we got to do is look. We are all creatures of sacred worth. We're all capable of great things because of it. The Pope's lesson is one we don't hear very often from public Christians, and that's why I thought it was important to bring it to you today. We are all creatures of sacred worth, whether or not we claim the name of God. Maybe we should take some time to search it out in others once in a while. Now, are we redeemed by our works alone? I don't think so, but that's not really a topic that I can cover in a video blog, so I'll leave it for someone else. But I want to thank you for joining me today. You can follow me on Twitter at ICanHasGospel, gospel spelled with a Z. Find me on Facebook, and you can go to my blog, www.notesfromthepastor'soffice.com, where you can find all the old episodes of Notes from the Pastor's Office and all of my blog posts and some sermon manuscripts and things like that. Just a quick note, I will be leaving for Brazil this Sunday. Now, what does that mean for you? I'm going to be trying to do some on-location spots for Notes from the Pastor's Office and posting them right from Brazil. So you can see some of the beautiful sights and some of the lessons we learn. I understand we're going to a Brazilian Presbyterian church while we're there, and also going to see some of the poorest neighborhoods in Rio de Janeiro. So it should be a real eye-opening experience, and I hope to be able to bring that to you. But until then, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.